Model C scores.
So, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Sunday evening, the scaffolding, the business side of things. Obviously, the Tuesdays we do the nutrition side of things, and tonight we're doing the business side of things. So, we're focusing on the 4-week structure that they've put together in that amazing diary that we got at Impact Summit. And I think it's a very good breakdown about exactly how we should be doing things and when we should be doing things, and just to help with planning, because I know that is my biggest downfall, is the planning side of things. And that is something that is and will change as we go ahead, because listening to a podcast yesterday, and a lady, what her story was exactly what I've been going through. And she said once she started to actually plan and structure, she suddenly discovered that she could do the business, and it took off. And it was just sort of that hard reset that I needed to say, get your wake up, get yourself in gear, start to plan, and go for it. So last week we covered, as we've seen in this section, for those of you who have looked through your diary for next year, and it's a 2024 diary, but we can start now. There's no reason, because this has actually been in place for a little while already, and we should be getting going now. It's November. So we're already 1 week in, so to say, in November. Have you done that first week? So let me share my screen, get going with that little goodie again. Oops, just like that, and narrow me down over here. So I'll just recap quickly. And week 1 is our sprint week. We're following up with leads, following up with new distributors, working your name lists, and setting up presentations, and also follow up with inactive customers and distributors. I don't know about you, but I haven't done all of this, but I have done a bit of this week, and it's been good. I was able to do a business launch. I'm not even going to call it a kit opening anymore. I'm going to call it a business launch, because that's exactly what it is and what we need to focus on. Not a first level downline, but a second level downline. She's just joined, and we were able to get together on, it was Monday evening, and we had a very good training. And I do believe she's going to go very far. And I've followed up with a couple of relatively inactive distributors who have re-signed their lease or the annual fees, and they're getting moving. So things are looking up at the moment. I have spoken to a couple of prospects as well, and yeah, we're getting going. I've also had some orders. So this is the first week, is the week that we work with our business builders, and we help them get off to a fast start by engaging in some of the above activities. So by the end of week 1, you should have your 100 personal PV. I haven't placed that order yet, but I do have things set up for my 100 PV for this month. So now this week we're focusing on week 2, which is our run week, not our park run week, but our run week. So we're going to continue to build on the momentum from the sprint week, which is week 1. So question 1, have you done your own personal 100 PV? Yes or no? My suggestion is print these sheets up. They are available in the Telegram system. If you don't have it there, please let me know. I will happily send this to you. I'm in the process of laminating. I've printed up the 4 sheets. I'm in the process of laminating them and putting them onto a display board, so that I can mark it off. It will be in my diary for 2024, which I'm still learning to use, but I'm putting this up on a board where I can mark it off in a whiteboard marker so that every month I can start afresh. And I find that easier because then it's there, it's in my face, I can see it. I don't have to have the diary in front of me. Yes, I will get into doing that, but this is just one other way that works for me. You need to find what works for you. So week 2, which starts tomorrow. Have you done your 100 PV? Yes or no? What is your PV currently? So go into your back office, check it out, see it over there. That back office is mind-blowing. It is, in my opinion, a very underutilized facility. I know that from a personal point of view. I don't use it as much as what I should do. But if you look in your back office on that home landing page, there is a ton of information just on that page. Never mind all the rest. And we pay 160 Rand a year. There are a lot of businesses out there that will pay significantly more per week or per month for a facility that probably doesn't even come close to what we've got. And as I posted yesterday or the day before yesterday on LinkedIn, free can be dangerous because, as we know, and I know I've from personal experience, if something says free, we go for it. But do we appreciate free? If you've stretched yourself, if you've had to pay money, do you not put more value on that thing? So if you've got to pay for coaching, are you going to be more likely to follow through and actually do what they tell you? Or if it's free, are you going to be like me and just, yeah, it's free. I didn't spend it, it didn't cost me anything. So I'll get to it next week. And when you blink twice, next week is week 50 of the year. Because I can be very embarrassed to say, I started off the year really well. I had a planning board. It's next to my bed. Still dated January. I never followed through on it. And where are we now? It's November. We are 11 months down this year, and last week was January. Not a good thing. So I'm looking forward to actually getting myself into gear and doing these things. I've invested in some books. I've invested in some utilities and that sort of thing. And now I need to start earning back. It's not spending money, it's investing. There's a big difference between spending and investing. Investing means that you've shelled out, but you're going to get a return on that investment. Spending is what happens when you go to the grocery store and you give them money and they give you stuff, but it doesn't last that long. So free can be very much the same thing. If it doesn't cost you, you're probably not going to appreciate it. And that is my personal feeling. I don't know what your feeling is on that. I'm not speaking for anybody else. I'm talking to myself. If it doesn't cost me, I'm not going to value it. So utilize what we pay for. Yes, it's a small investment. The return is mind-blowing. Who would like to have Charlie's monthly check? And I would. What does Charlie do? Charlie follows the basics. I wouldn't be surprised if this setup hasn't come from Charlie somewhere along the line. I'm pretty sure he's got a lot of input in this because, as we know, Charlie's got a lot of input in your life, and a lot of Eagle Team things have been incorporated into corporate. The people that put this together invested a huge amount of time and money in doing this for us. Let us give them some return on that investment. So use your back office minimum once a week. I would say actually closer to every day or every 2 days.
Yeah.
Now, I have personally sponsored how many new distributors? Debbie, you want to say?
Yeah, I just wanted to say Amanda wasn't there, so she has not got this book.
Okay.
So I was just wondering, Amanda, because Amanda has already got 295 points in her first week. So she's doing extremely well. Amanda, are you still with us?
I am sorry. I am listening to every word. I'm just doing kid stuff in the background here. But yes,
No,
I am. Yes.
That's fine because you're doing so well, but we need to get you a downline. So yeah, you got one downline.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Yeah. I need another one.
Have you seen this week 1 and week 2 and have you seen them?
I have seen it, yes.
The 4-week activity cycle.
I must be honest, I haven't used it yet. No.
Okay.
But I've seen it.
I know it says in the first week, follow up with leads and prospects. But if you haven't got a names list, then you can't do that. So the very first thing that I think you should concentrate on, don't worry whether they will say yes or no. And that goes for everybody.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter if they're going to say yes or they're going to say no. If you've got a name and a telephone number, start your book with your name and your telephone number. So take all your people that you know, no matter where they are in the whole country, in the whole world, put their name and their telephone numbers. And then you can start to contact them. And if you have a challenge with contacting them, maybe contact 5 or 6. And if you're getting negatives all the time, then either phone Jenny or Sean or myself or John and just tell us what you're saying. Because sometimes it's just maybe one little word here or there that people are not catching on. It's actually, the business is easy to do, it's simple, but it's not easy. And it's because of these, we're dealing with people. Okay, so that's your first thing that you must do, Amanda, is make your names list.
Thank you,
Sean,
Debbie.
Thank you. Thanks, Sean.
Perfect. Amanda, if it helps, one of the things that I've picked up from Simon Chan, who's a network marketing or MLM coach, he gives what he calls the magic script. And he says, our job isn't to sign people up or do anything. Our job is to give them the invite. What they do with it from there is up to them. And he suggests a magic script called, and this is what he says. The question is, I'm working on something exciting. It may or may not be for you. Would you be open to taking a look? If not, no big deal. You're going to get one of two answers.
Yeah.
Yes or no. That's it. And then we take it from there. But I'll do that as another training another day. So getting back to this. So you need to check in week 2. How many new distributors have you personally sponsored? I haven't done one yet, but I'm getting close. And our key activities are we need to present the opportunity to at least 5 prospects. Don't make a big production of it. If needs be, if you don't have time, send a link. We've got those videos. There's some amazing things from Eagle Team that they've put together. Charlie's got a presentation. There's one, and Charlie does a generalized one. Melissa Butler's got a very good one. I really like sharing hers. Bingi from Tanzania has got a brilliant one. Pierre van Rensburg has got a very good one, both in English and in Afrikaans. So if you are too shy or not, you don't feel prepared to do a presentation, send them one of those. Ask your prospect, would you be willing to watch this presentation? It'll take about 30 minutes, and tell them how much time they're going to need. Even better, do a one-on-one call with them and go through the presentation with them. Keep it simple, keep it duplicatable. Don't complicate things. That's where my downfall has been. You try and I'm saying to myself, I get too clever and I talk people out of the business because people go, I could never know as much as you. I could never do that. Surprise, I said the same thing. And I kick myself every time I start talking and explaining about nutrition because I talk people out. Oh, I could never know as much as you. Please don't. I don't want you to know as much as me. You don't have to know anything. You just need to know where to send them to. That's all. So activity number 2, continue to work your name list by inviting, making appointments and talking to new prospects that can be added to your name list. That simple little magic script. I'm working on something exciting. Would you be open to taking a look? There's just 2 answers, yes or no. Most times it'll be yes, what is it? No, as Charlie says, you didn't answer my question. Would you be open to taking a look? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, great. I don't have time now. I'm in a rush. I've got time Wednesday evening at 5 o'clock or Thursday evening at 5 o'clock. Which time would suit you better? That's it. And you make an appointment. You make an appointment for the next exposure. That's all. And then, who did you sell to this last month? Because most of our things, okay, specifically nutrition, is a month's supply. So who did you sell to last month? And I know I'm very bad at keeping records, but I'm improving. Keep records. Again, have a look in your back office. They keep records for us because they keep a record of all of our orders. So if you haven't made a note like me, and you keep a mental note like me, which that mental note is sometimes gets blank, gets tipexed out, go into your back office, check and see what orders you did. Go through your retail sales book, see what orders you did. Give them a call, send them a message, say, hey, listen, this is what I do, is every 2 weeks, beginning of the month, middle of the month. So we catch the government payday and we catch other people's paydays. Beginning of the month and middle of the month, I send out a simple WhatsApp. Hi, this is a group message or whatever it is, and I'm placing an order tomorrow. Are you needing any new nutrition? Are you looking for some extra energy? Are you looking to save some money on your cleaning? Or are you just looking to look younger for the end of the year? Let me know and I'll order your products. That's all I do. I don't make it too difficult. And you'll be surprised how many orders you get out of that. And every customer I get, I put them on my list. And I put it on a broadcast list, not a group. Because on a group, as you've seen with our groups, anybody and everybody can see who's commented and you can see everybody's numbers. On a broadcast list, you can send to 50 people or 100 people or even more, but it's like you're sending an individual message to them. So nobody knows who else you're sending to. They can't see anybody else's numbers or messages. And when they reply directly to you. So I do that from a privacy perspective because I know my customers don't want to know who my other customers are. And they're not interested in a group. And if I put them in a group, they will very quickly delete themselves from that group. So I do the broadcast message from that, or broadcast list from that perspective. So just keep records of your customers. And if you can't keep records of the individual things, just make a note, have a look in your back office, etc. It makes a big difference. Reservice your customers and upsell additional products you think they would enjoy. And don't forget to ask for referrals. There's an Eagle Team price list that you can print up easily. I don't know if they've updated it recently, but I've still got the templates, and I can't remember if I've updated it recently, but I will. And when you give a product, give them a price list. Costs you a A4 sheet of paper and some ink. But on there's a question. Who do you know who would benefit from these products? And ask them when you're giving them the product. Say, thanks very much. Who do you know? Who else do you know anybody else who would also be open to looking at these products? I'm busy with a referral at the moment. I've got a customer who's been blown away just with the results of the CalMag. Well, she brought her sister to see me during the week, and I've advised her on the program, and she's going to be doing an order hopefully tomorrow or Tuesday this week. So there was a referral, and we'll get some referrals from her too. In fact, I think I'm going to follow up and expose them to the business as well, because I do believe they'll go very far with it. But just keep doing these things. Reservice your customers, upsell. You're buying Be to God because you feel that you've been exposed to toxins. Well, what toxins do you have in your house? Would you be open to looking at a range of eco-friendly cleaning products? Or if people say, oh, geez, I'd love to help, I'd love to buy, but your products are expensive. Okay, if there was a way I could show you to save some money specifically on your cleaning products, would you be interested in looking? Because as Charlie says, if they buy the cleaning products, they are going to save money. Therefore, they will have spare money to pay for nutrition. So you can help them from that perspective. I'm running out of time over here. The pro tip for this week. By the end of week 2, you need to ensure that you have your own 100 personal PV and are well on your way towards your PV target for the month. Remember, on your first sheet, the questions over here, this month, I will qualify as a distributor, manager, senior manager, executive manager, director, with what PV? 100 PV, 250 PV, 500 PV, not personal PV, QPV. And I will personally sponsor 1, 2, 3, 4 new distributors. And I'm running to qualify for the following incentives. 3 in 30, director. There's a whole lot of incentives. Check out the incentive booklet. It's in the back office under resources. What incentives are you going for? That was week 1. So week 2, aim to have personally sponsored a minimum of 1 new distributor. If you do 1 new distributor per week, well, you don't get a 3 in 30, you get a 4 in 30. But imagine if you do 1 personal and you help them do 2. There's your 3. Now you do that in your second week, and you do that in your third week. All makes a difference. Be on track to achieve the incentives you're running for. Is that incentive simply a bonus check because you've qualified at your PIN level? You've qualified as a manager, senior manager. Remember the consistency bonuses as well, because when you get up to director level, these are your consistency bonuses. There's all the other extra bonuses that Charlie gives us as well. So make a list of those incentives, put them up. Are they on your goals? Are they actually acting as an incentive to you? Do you need that extra money? Or do you want that extra money? And why? So your key activities for your leaders for week 2. work with your business builders, because remember, not everybody that you sign up is a business builder. When you do your business launch, ask them, what do they want to get out of the business? Again, this is another training. This will be the next series that I'll do. What do they want to do? What do they want to get out of this business? Are they just looking to get the products at cost? Or are they wanting to actually make some money? And the ones wanting to make some money, they are your business builders. It'll be 1 out of probably every 10 or every 20, not everybody in your downline. But with your business builders, ensure they are on track to qualify in title or to take their next step, manager to senior manager to executive manager, and make sure that they're actively engaged in the activity and working towards their targets for the month. Remember, you work for your downline. They don't work for you. As Zig Ziglar always says, and it's my favorite quote, you will always get what you want if you help enough other people get what they want. So when you do your business launch, what do they want? And when you speak to them, remind them of what they want. Because if their desire is strong enough to get what they want, they will go way out of their comfort zone to get what they want. But sometimes they lose focus. I know I do. It's very easy to lose focus. You've got to keep your eye on that goal, which is why we need to keep it up in picture form on our walls, wherever. I'm in the process of updating my bathroom door. If you've ever been in my house, my bathroom door has self-talks, and I'm going to be putting up a lot more pictures in future over there as well, because you're in the bathroom a good few times a day. And it's definitely, hopefully, one of the first places you see in the morning, and probably one of the last places you see at night. When you look up, it needs to be there in your face. And don't forget your self-talk. Put that up where you're going to see it, because that's on my bathroom door as well. I'm in the process of updating that as well. And that is the end of week 2. So I'm going to stop this for now. We've still got 4 minutes. Any comments or questions before I stop recording?
Sean,
Yes.
thank you very much for that. People must just realize that getting a new downline is not just for getting another downline. There are people there that are going for 3 and 30 without any idea of building down with them. The moment you get someone in, they know people that you don't know. So what we're trying to do is have more eyes in the field to helping you in their natural market. So that's why you said this now quite correctly, is that we've got to help them. You don't have to get one this week and one every single week until the end of the month. I understand what you're saying, but it would be far more preferential to get one this week, then help your downline next week to get one for them. And that's as you go down, helping them rather than
Correct.
You accumulate 45 people around you who you can't work with whatsoever, and they will just be thrown away. So getting new people, absolutely vital, so that you can build on their natural market. And I think this is what the whole purpose of this week 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have to chase the numbers. We just have to do what we have to do.
No, they're all doors. People are doors.
They're just doors. And I'll tell you what, they will lead you and we will help you. The people that are struggling, someone might just be having a problem trying to get one person started because they don't know how to talk about it, rather than get one this week and one next week. And so we go through the year. Okay. So we're there to help you. And I want you to just to repeat before we've got 1 minute left, that you said this now, your spiel on a new person. if you're interested, what was that spiel that you just gave? That was very good.
That magic script.
That's good.
Yeah. I'm working on something exciting. It may or may not be for you. Would you be open to taking a look? If not, no big deal. Don't let them be pressurized.
Thanks, Sean. I just want to know, that's exciting. What do you mean exciting?
It's going to be life-changing. It'll change the way your life is.
You're quite experienced, Sean. Thank you very much. Thank you for your input.
Thank you, Sean.
No problem.
Thanks, Sean.
Excellent.
Excellent.